Hi everyone. Today's topic is roll out and rollback. So rollout and rollback means how the upgradation happens in Kubernetes. So upgradation of applications. So if you understand it this way, that I have an Nginx running on 1.16 and I want to upgrade to 1.18, how would that work? That's called rollout. And if I want to move from 2.2 to 2.4 for Apache. That's all like rollout. Rollback is just the undo of what we have done rollout. Is there a downtime? No, because it happens on the fly. There are two methods to understand rollout and rollback. The old method is based on replication controller. The different and the other method is called deployment controller. The difference is replication controller does not do the automatic update version because you will have to delete the old version and deploy a new pod for that. Whereas deployment controller does the automatic updates, high availability and scalability. So we'll just see how it works and we'll move forward from there. So to understand replication controller, we'll just come to the Kubernetes side. Um, Click on the controller. There is a ready-made YAML file. We'll be using this one for our deployment. So I don't have any containers running right now. I have copied the YAML content over here. So if I just show you, this is the YAML content. I'll be running Nginx version 1.16. That's we gonna deploy. So you can see that the kind is replication controller. I'll just say kubectl apply minus f rc YAML file. And if I look at my pods now, it will show me the two pods running. So that's a normal way to deploy a container. If I want to see what image version they are using, so this is the command. I'm asking them to describe pod, one of the pod name, which is this one. They are running 1.16. Now all the file, the YAML file in the background, which gets created, um, it's Nginx. Yeah, it is saved in etcd in the cache. See replica 2. So what I'm going to do is I'll just make a change. I'll just say I want version 17. Now as soon as I save it, I'll try to see, but there is no change. You can check it from the edge. They are still the old running pods. If I have to confirm them by the image grep, if I grep on image, it will still show me 16. So how do I bring 17 over here? So auto update is not working over here. So if I just say kubectl delete pod, one of the pod names. By the way, I have another SSH running here. If I just do watch kubectl get pod minus o wide. So these are the two containers I'm running, right? So I'm deleting one of them, and you see it is creating at the same time. And the newly created one is this one, which is 7 seconds old. Now we'll try to describe this image and see what version it is running. It is on 17 now. So that's using replication controller. The drawback over here is that you'll have to delete it, and whenever a new pod is deployed, it will be picking up the new image version, but you will have to delete the old one first. Now, this method is the deployment controller method, the new method, where you don't have to delete a pod. It does the auto termination and deployment on its own. So the short name is deploy, and it is using this command. You can see it is already defined over there. I'll just clear it. Before I do the deployment, I'm just deleting my old RCs, and they are not running anything. Yeah, they are blank. So the deployment method is the deployment method can be done two ways. One is through command line. So we'll just say kubectl create deploy. and the image name, and I want two replicas, or let's say three replicas. If you don't define anything, it will just give you one container. So you will see containers getting created and they're up. Now, if you see here, there is, if you run kubectl get deploy, you will get the information about your containers. If you want to scale up, you can just say kubectl scale replica to 4. I'll just say 10 and deploy name. So it's scaled up. You can see over here, it is creating and it is running, right? Now I have 10 containers running. You can see from this command. If I delete my network, all the 10, sorry, delete deploy my network, you will see all the 10 boxes will go away. So it works similar to RC. Now I'm just trying to show you that. Now each creation in deploy creates a manifest file in the cache, and if you want to just see the file structure, then you run this command kubectl create deploy. The deploy name, image is nginx, replica2, try run. So if you come here, you will see the file structure. But the important part is kind is deployment over here. Now I don't have any pods running, so I'll I'll deploy my network 10 containers with this version, right? Now we are doing the upgrade of version, so we'll move from 16 to 17. So I hopefully the pods get created and they're running. Now I'll change the version, so I'll say kubectl edit deploy my network, and I'll do insert. I'll come down. Um Sorry, I make this change. Now, as soon as I hit enter, you will see that they'll start creating new pods and they'll start deleting or terminating the old ones. So, to show you, creating, terminating, and look at the age. So, those are the newly created ones, right? Now, I'll pick up one of the pods. So, I'll pick up this guy and I'll just see what version it is on. So, I'll run this command to describe me the pod version, and it says I'm on 17, right? And before we move ahead, how does the strategy for rolling updates work? If you look here, so the first thing is rolling update, that's the type. It says maximum surge 25%, maximum unavailable is 25%. So read surge as create. It will create the 25% out of the X number of containers, and once that is done, it will start deleting the 25%. So it's stage by stage. Let's make another change. I'll come here. I'll quickly see the latest version. So I come to Docker Hub, select for Nginx, and these are the latest versions. But I'm already on 17, so I'll just go with 1.24. So I'll just say 1.24. That's the one I want. As soon as I hit enter, you will see container getting created first, and then the old ones will be terminated. You get the age 5 seconds back. Now, if you look at the describe part, what version they are on, they're on 124, right? So I was on 16, then I moved to 17, and then I moved to 1.24. That was the flow. Now, if I want to check the history of it, this is the command. It says um, kubectl rollout history, deploy my network. and you will see version 1, 2, 3. If I want to see what exactly happened in those versions, so I'll just say hyphen hyphen revision. So let's say I want to see 1, 2, and I'll see 3. So if you look here, 1 is 16, 2 is 17, and third is 1.24, right? Now, presently we are on 1.24. So the first one is 1.16, second one is 1.17, third one is 1.124, which is the latest one. Now let's say if I want to roll back, like roll out, somehow there is a problem with 1.24, and I think that the stable version was 1.17. So I'll do a roll out undo to the revision 2, right? 2 is 1.17. So I'll just come here and you will see, yeah, containers getting created and they're running. So I'll just pick one of the guys and do the same thing, ask them to describe 17, right? So that was about roll out and roll back. Now there is one more strategy I want to talk about. It's called recreate strategy. If I just quickly show you over here in the search, I'll just say recreate. So if you look here down, recreate deployment, what it does is all the existing pods will be killed and the new ones will be deployed. So instead of going stage by stage, it just in one go delete everything. It's good for non-prod environment, but yeah, let's see how it works. So my present versions is 1.24, and these are my pods which are already running. Now, what I'm trying to do is change the policy to recreate. So I'll go to kubectl edit deploy network, and if you scroll down, since I'm changing the strategy, I don't need maximum and percentage over here, right? I don't need rolling update. I'll change the type. I'll go to insert and I'll just say recreate. So I have changed the policy to recreate, but nothing happened on the pods because we have just changed the policy to recreate. So if I show you, this is the one. Now we are on 1.24, and let's say now I'll run this command kubectl set image deploy my network nginx equals to nginx 1.21. I will be going from 2.4 to 2.1, but what it happens in the background is we'll just see that it terminates everything and it creates from fresh. Maybe it's not able to find the image, that's why it's throwing that error. Let's check that. Actually, I pulled up the wrong image, that's why it was giving this error. The latest, I'll just now try to, if I go to the tags, I'll see the latest image. So I'll try to pull that. Let's see how it works. It's terminating and now it's creating and it's running, right? And if I check the image version, it is saying I'm using the latest one, which is this one. If I open up the latest one, I can see it's running on Debian. So that's all about the images. Um, yeah, that this concludes rollout, rollback options. Yeah, thank you.